My name is Steve Mass, flying solo tonight, calling some high school volleyball, one of my very favorite things to do in the world. Love this great sport of volleyball. Hope you're going to love it as well. You can check it out at point5digital.com. These games are also archived, so you can go back and you can watch them. But one more time, let me remind you, you lose tonight, your season is over. So if you're a senior, that's it for you. So it's going to be Brad Barger and his Lady Tigers from Lexington against Aaron Gibson and the Lady Tigers from Bolivar Central. The winner moves on, and again tonight we'll have a 20-minute interlude in between matches. We'll get you caught up everything going on in the world of sports. Major League Baseball wild card starts tonight. The Astros are taking on the New York Yankees in the AL wild card. We are just about set to get underway. Lexington will serve first. That's Kaylee Miracle with the serve. Here's the serve on the other side. Brings it back down. There's a long hit by Bolivar. That's Shayla Edwards who hits long. Lexington with the 1-0 lead. We're going to the best of three. First one to win 3 sets. Best of 25 wins each set. Here's the serve. Over to the libero. Now back over on 3. Here's the set to Miracle. Long outside hitter. Here's the kill. Straight down the line that time for Lexington's Harley Morris with the kill down the line, trying to dig that one out. For Bolivar was number 22, Kay Brown. She couldn't handle it, and it's 2-0, and Miracle will serve once again. Here's the serve. Shanked off the back row and out of bounds, and right out of the gate, Lexington with the 3-0 lead. And by the way, going into this match, Lexington considered to be the heavy favorites in this match. Coach Brad Barger's got a very good team. Here's Miracle with her serve to the back row, back over to the setter. The second pass is long, has to go over to the back row to the libero. Here's the set by Miracle. Left-handed drive is long and out of bounds. That was a cross-court shot by Bailey Barnes that went long, and it's the first point for Bolivar. Serving for Bolivar will be Allie Turner, trailing 1-3 here in the first match. Here's the pass, the back row. Beautiful set by Miracle. It's a 2-set. Beautiful drive by number 2. Let's see, number 2, that is Sarah Hawks, the junior. That was a perfect set on the 2 position by Miracle. Miracle, one of the best setters, not only in this district, but in this part of the state. A big weapon for Lexington. Now, here's the serve for Lexington, leading 4-1. Taking to the back row, set right in the middle. Here's a 3-spot drive. Long out of bounds off of Lexington's Juliana Rogers. Ball goes over to Bolivar, trailing 4-2 so far here in the first set. Again, if you're just joining us, Chester County and Southside will follow. Here's the serve. It's a long serve to the back row. Nice pass to Marco. Here's a back set. Here's a cross-court shot just down at the feet of Nikitria Robinson of Bolivar. It's 5-2. Serving for Southside for Lexington, that's Jazzy Lawson. Lawson with the serve. Here's the set on the second hit. Here's a 2-shot hit. Back over to the middle. Here's Miracle with the set. Cross-court shot by Lyric Willis. Now, they're going to say that was down. I thought it was a cross-court angle shot. I thought it went out of bounds. And they're going to say it caught part of the line. So Lexington with the 6-2 lead here in the first set, going to 25. First to win 3 sets, moves on and advances. Here's a serve that just clips the net by Jazzy Lawson, but it's good enough to go over 7-2 Lexington. And believe me, that is not an easy thing to do. They practice that all the time. If you're able to clip part of that net, it can fall right in that between that zone, between the back row and the setter. Here's Lawson with her serve. Hit up high, now to the middle, over on 3. Here's a diving save. Here's a poke by Miracle at the net, back over by Bolivar. They try to hit it over on 1, but hit it down into the net. That was Shayla Edwards trying to go over on 1, hit it into the net, and Lexington with the 8-2 lead. Lawson on a 4-serve run so far. Here's the next serve. Hits the net. This time falls short, falls down. Ball goes over to Bolivar, trailing 8-3. Here's a substitution coming in for Bolivar is Chloe Seaver. And Nikitria Robinson will have a seat for Coach Aaron Gibson and assistant coach Hannah Graves of Bolivar Central. here's a serve by Bolivar. Taking the back row. It's a long pass over on one. Here's Miracle. Gets it over to the left side of the net, and just a beautiful dink rolling over the top of the double blockers. That's number 8. Summer Lawler. Summer Lawler is just a junior. As a matter of fact, Lexington, a very young team, only one senior in this rotation. Here's Lawler with the serve. Eats up the back row, but they're able to get it inside. Over on 2. The libero gets it over to Miracle. Nice long set straight down the line in the back row. It's saved. Now here's a set at the 2. And what are we going to call? What's the call here? Okay, double hit. They're going to call double hit on Bolivar that time. That's going to be on K. Brown. Lexington leading 10-3. Here's a short set taken right at the 10-foot line. Set to the 2. A beautiful dink just over the 10-foot line. Saved by Lexington. Here's a shot down the line. Just catches that line. That was a beautiful spot that time by Madison Joyner, the junior. Found a soft spot, but just wide open right there in the zone and takes advantage of it. And Lexington off to a roaring start, leading 11-3. Again, if you're just tuning in, we want to thank some of the folks that bring you high school volleyball, like Jim Wilson Insurance Agency right here, 1961 South Highland. Give them a call, 424-4131. They are your local hometown insurance agency. If it's home, it's auto, life, commercial, boats, ATVs, motorcycle, campers, trailers, and more, whatever you need. If you've got an insurance need, Jim Wilson's going to take care of you. I want to say hello to my producer and director, the single best producer there has ever been, Dan DiFilippo. What's up, son? Well, I'm sure Dan were here, he would say hello back. Earth to Dan.
I'm here.
There you go. There you go. No, not at all. No, I didn't hear you. 11-3. Lexington with, by the way, keep an eye, if you will, on that baseball game tonight. We want to keep everybody updated on the playoffs with the Astros and the Yankees. By the way, that was the 6th straight serve for Summer Lawler. It goes down, and Lexington is rolling right now 12-3 here in the first set. Lawler is a left-hander. She serves it straight down the line. It's an ace. Boy, that was close. Tell you what, I don't blame Sarah Gibson right at that time. She let the libero let that ball go. She thought it was going to go out. Just caught the outside edge of that line, and it's an ace for Lawler. She serves again, this time into the net. The ball will go over to Bolivar, trailing 13-4. Again, remember, if you're just tuning in, if you lose tonight, your season is over. It is done. Pack it up and get ready for next year. Start training for next year. Here's the serve, back row serve, hard to handle. Over on 2 is Miracle, back set bump. Now here's a line drive on the shot, blocked at the net. Boy, Miracle, the setter, not very tall, gets up, and she had help that time from Madison Joyner with the double block, and they stuff it down 14-4. Beautiful job that time, rotating over to help. You don't usually see the setter with too many blocks, but that's exactly what happened to Miracle that time. Now here's Lexington with the serve, taken by the back row, now set to the middle. Over on 2, back to Miracle for Lexington, sets up the 2. Here's a spike driven straight through the heart of the defense. That time it was number 2, the junior Sarah Hawks, on a beautiful set right at the 2. Once she put it down, broke that wrist just perfectly, followed right through, and a fantastic looking approach. Brad Barger's team looking really good right now, leading 15-4, and this is Madison Joyner with the serve, hits the net, just rolls over. Bolivar's able to get it back up, but can't get it over. Boy, you can't do it any better than Madison Joyner, the junior for Lexington, did. That thing hit the top of the tape, sat there for about 45 minutes, had a cup of coffee, and rolled over for the point. 16-4, Lexington with a lead. Now here's the serve, just in front of the back row that time. Beautiful placement again by Madison Joyner for Bolivar that time. Allie Turner tried to come up and get it, but it fell just in front of her feet. She went down to her knees, but wasn't able to get it. So 17-4, Lexington rolling right along. Here's another one by Joyner, clips the net. Hard to handle, goes out of bounds. Boy, and one thing you can see right out of the gate is that Lexington serving is really, really giving Bolivar Central fits. That back row's having a very hard time with these serves. Now we got a substitution coming in for Lexington. Is number 16, Anna James. She'll come in for Lyric Willis. That's senior in for junior. Now here's the serve once again. Clips the net again and falls down in front of the feet of the back line. Man, I'm telling you right now, Madison Joyner has that serve down to perfection. 19-4. All Lexington so far to this point. Here's Joyner with the serve once again, handled by the back row, over on one. Goes back over again by Lexington. It looked like Miracle, maybe the setter, got that. And you don't usually see two possessions go over on one like that in high school volleyball, but that's exactly what happened. They both got caught off guard, but this time it went in favor of Lexington. They lead 20-4 and well on their way to this first set. Here's the serve by Joyner, just over the net. An ace in the hubby wife location, right in between two players, where they sit and they see it and they let it go because it's right in the middle. We call that the hubby wife. Beautiful job by the junior Madison Joyner on an absolute tear right now, leading 21-4 over Bolivar. Here's Joyner with her serve. It is over. Back row gets it, takes it to the setter. Beautiful set. A spike that time by number 5, Monet Traylor, goes long for Bolivar, 22-4. Another substitution for you. Coming in now is number 18, Taylor Lindsay, the sophomore, and the only sophomore on this team, by the way. And excuse me, there's a couple of other sophomores on this team. She's in now for Summer Lawler. The set handled by the back row, but that's it. It falls to the ground after that. The setter doesn't come up. Now, this is supposed to be the setter's hit unless they call it off, and that ball didn't look like it was too far off that it couldn't have been taken. So on that one, you got to go with the setter. 23-4. Here's another serve. Oh, boy, taken with two hands. I thought that was going to be a lift. Official says no, but it doesn't matter. It goes to the ground anyway, and we are already at set point. And it is still Madison Joyner, who had it 14-4 when she got the serve, and now she serves for the first set. Here's Joyner's serve on the way, and I jinxed her. Sorry about that, Maddie. The ball goes into the bottom of the net. She comes out. Coming back into the game for Lexington is Juliana Rogers, the libero, and I'll tell you what, there's a round of applause that time for Madison Joyner, the junior, and that run she went on serve-wise. Now it's 24-5. Here's Bolivar with the serve to the back row. It's a tight set. Well, we got a net call, no question about that. Well, I thought that was on Bolivar, but they're going to say that net was on Miracle. She gets the net. She clips it, so it's 24-6. And Bolivar will serve once again with the match on the line. Harley Morris back to serve. She serves. She goes over to the back row. Nice bump pass to the libero. Needs help. Now Miracle with the push down the line, just outside. She saw a spot open on the back row, but was just a little wide. Sometimes when you got a major lead like this and it's time to close it out, you get a little bit sloppy. Lexington only needs one more point. Here's the serve over to Miracle. It's a straight two set. Here's a hard drive that just catches the line. That was Sarah Hawk. She gets the spike. She puts it down the kill, and the set belongs to Lexington. They win the first one over Bolivar, 25-7. We'll take this 2-minute timeout on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Today's business Q&A. Are you ready? Question. How can you do 3 things at once? Answer. By working with Allegra Design Print Mail, where you can get marketing, print, and mailing expertise all with one phone call. Allegra Design Print Mail is Jackson's one-stop resource for small and mid-sized organizations looking to grow. Visit our website at allegrajackson.com, call us at 664-1676, or stop by at 1029 Old Hickory Boulevard. Allegra is your single source for design, printing, signs, promotional products, and so much more.
Southern Trucks and 4x4 has opened a full-service auto and repair center. We now service and repair both diesel and gas vehicles in our new auto service and repair center. We have experienced service technicians and advanced technology that allows us to service most makes and models. We can accessorize your vehicle with market products or make modifications to your vehicle if required. At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we stand by our work and appreciate your business. Southern Trucks and 4x4 in Jackson on the 45 bypass.
Best birthday ever. Want to throw the best birthday party ever for your child? Book your birthday party at Sky Zone Trampoline Park before October 31st, and all party guests get a free jump pass. A Sky Zone birthday party minimizes your hassles and maximizes your fun. You get to relax and enjoy the party, and your party guests jump for joy from wall to wall. Play dodgeball, sky volleyball, or fly sky high dunking basketballs. Schedule your Sky Zone birthday party now and get free jump passes 868-4418 or visit online.
Hello?
Hi, honey. I just wrecked our new car.
Are you okay?
Yes, I called the insurance company and they said to take it to ABC Body Shop, but I thought Collision Specialist was the best, and it's a new car.
They are, and that's where you need to take it.
But the insurance company said I had to take it to ABC for them to stand behind the repairs.
The insurance company doesn't own the car. We do. Don't worry. Collision Specialist guarantees their repairs for as long as we own the car. And being new, that will be a while.
Thanks, honey. That's where I'm taking it.
It's your choice. Make the right choice. Choose Collision Specialist.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's 525,800 minutes of hot talk in town. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome back to Southside High School in Jackson. News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com's coverage of high school volleyball. It's the district semifinals. Lexington and Bolivar in game in the first match, and in the second we'll have Southside and Chester County. The first set went to Lexington 25-7. I want to thank First South Bank. They are your locally owned and operated bank, and they offer relationship banking, flexibility with prompt decisions. And listen, at the end of the day, they just want to be your bank. Please visit any of their locations in Madison, Hardeman, Haywood, and Dyer counties. First South Bank, 1955 South Highland Avenue, open till 5, 424-5955. Well, it was an absolutely dominant performance in the first set by the Lexington Lady Tigers, and the order of the day was the serving. The serving was just fantastic, and Bolivar simply could not handle it. Now, Bolivar will serve first, and Allie Turner will get the second set underway. Here we are. The set is underway. The serve is long, but it's taken. Now here's Markle with the set. Here's a drive that goes into the net. Or as my boy said, you hammer. They came up just a little bit short. That was Jazzy Lawson with the ball going into the net. Well, Bolivar with the 1-0 lead to start things off. Now here's the set to the libero. Beautiful jump set and another shot into the net once again. Marker with a nice set. Hawks goes back into the net for a second time. And volleyball is one of the most mental games that you will ever play. If something gets into your head, it's hard to get it out. Now it's 2-0 Bolivar. Here's a beautiful set over on two. Miracle there, but Bolivar ready for it. Now here's the set. It's tight. The drive taken off the back row. Here's a long set back into the net once again. Those three pretty good sets by Miracle, all three going into the net. Bolivar with a 3-0 lead. Looking much better off than they did at the start off the first set when they lost 25-7 already with a 3-0 lead. Here's the set. It's in from the back row to Miracle. It's tight. She tries to go over two, but she can't. It hits the tape and falls to the ground. And just like that, Bolivar right out of the gate after being whitewashed in the first set has come out with a 4-0 lead. Allie Turner still serving. Here's a serve taken by the libero. Now here's Willis. Over on three is Miracle. Back to the back row for Bolivar. Here's a bump set from the back. Now over on three. Doug from the back row. Here's Miracle with a long set to the two. And once again, that ball is hit at the top of the tape and goes down onto the floor, not getting over the net. Even if it had, though, great position that time by Shayla Edwards of Bolivar. Then the Lady Tigers lead 5-0. Now here's Willis once again. Here's back row over on two, trying to catch that back line as Miracle. Bolivar ready for it. Here's a set over on two. Back row to Willis. Here's Miracle with a shot across court. It was saved up by Nikita Robinson on one, and then it was trying to get that number for you right. It was Monet Traylor who tried to bring it over on two, but she lost it and just couldn't get to go back over Southside with their first point. Now here's a tight set in the two spot. Here's a drive taken and dug on the floor that time by Lyric Willis. She was in place, but the pass was a little errant, and Bolivar with their 6 point. They lead 6-1. They'll have the serve, and Hannah Paddock back for Bolivar Central for the serve. Here's the serve. Taken right at the 10-foot line. Here's Miracle setting up the two once again. This time it goes over the net. This time it's Sarah Hawks with the drive off that middle set by Miracle. 6-2. Bolivar with the lead here in the second set, and the Granddaddy's coming up tonight. I can tell you now, this Chester County Southside game, this match has been talked about for a while, and everybody's excited about it. You can hear it all. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM, and Paul Schulze and Lawson Mann running things over there, getting you ready for .5digital.com. Here's a joust at the net. between Madison Joyner of Lexington and Monet Traylor of Bolivar Central, and that push there goes to the Lady Tigers of Lexington. It was a great job by both those young ladies. Here's a quick serve over on 2, looking for a spot, and she found it. That was Monet Traylor. She just lost the joust a minute ago that time to Madison Joyner, but she comes back with a nice shot over on 2, and Bolivar leads 7-3 here in the second set of the early stages. Back to serve for Bolivar is Sarah Gibson. Gibson with the serve. She's over. Boy, nearly caught that line. Now here's the 2 over to Myrical. Here's the drive. Back line dug up beautifully. That time by the server. Sarah Gibson come up after her serve, was ready for it over on 2. A beautiful drive that time. Madison Joyner was right there ready for it. A nice set by Myrical that time, setting up shop for Lexington. Now they trail 7-4. And here is Jazzy Lawson with the serve. Tough back row, hard to handle. Going to have to go over on 3 from the back row. Madison Joyner tries to put it down on 1 and does just that. Hannah Paddock trying to get to it, trying to make a sliding save, but couldn't get to it in time. Madison Joyner, the junior for Lexington, have a very good match so far to this point. Between the serving and the kill, she's playing really, really well. Now Jazzy with the serve over on 1. Pass goes into the net. Myrical can't get it. Ball will go over to Bolivar. Bolivar with the 8-5 lead. They've already got more points in the second set than they scored all of the first set. If you're just tuning in, Lexington took the first set 25-7. Now here's the serve. Back row bump. Over to Michael now, over on the 3 from the libero. Now back set save. Now here's a high set by Bolivar. Shot taken off the back row. Here's over on 2. A beautiful driving shot that time by Summer Lawler. She had the chance to set it up, but saw it was a fat one and just took that left. She's a left-hander, and she drove it down that line. Lexington now trailing 8-6. Back to serve for Lexington is the person that just hit that hard shot, Summer Lawler. Lawler with a nice serve. Now Bolivar going to have to go over on 3 from the back row. Here's a high set. Over on 3, that's Lyric Willis. Dug off the back row. Here's another high set for the back bump set. Deep into the south side zone. Here's a set by Markle. It's tight. Having to go with the dink and a little roll to the left side that time is Madison Joyner, who does a great job of avoiding the net on a very, very tight set. But Joyner, very fleet-footed, and puts it down just inside the 10-foot line. Now here's an ace. A cross-court serve of an ace by Summer Lawler. That left-handed delivery is giving Bolivar a little bit of trouble. And now after having a 7-3 lead, we have a tied set here, 8-8. Here is Lawler with the serve once again. Over on 3, looking for a soft spot there. Myrical. Let's see what they're going to say. Yeah, Myrical touched the net. She got just a little piece of that net that time, and they call her for it, and Bolivar's going to get the ball 9-8. She tried to stay off, but that set was really, really tight, and he just couldn't. She tried to curve herself underneath it, but just clipped the bottom of it. So here we go. Bolivar with the serve. Back row bump. Now Myrical with a high set. Here's a beautiful kill by Lyric Willis. Nice jump set there by Myrical. Gets it over, and it's a cross-court kill by Lyric Willis, one of the best hitters on this Lexington team. And Lyric is just a junior, as is every other starter on this team, with the exception of one senior. So Coach Sparger has a very young team. Madison Joyner with that serve into the net. Bolivar now with the 10-9 lead. Substitution going out for Bolivar. Number 23, Chloe Seaver. Checking back into the match is number 2 for Bolivar. That is Nikitria Robinson, and she will serve with the 10-9 lead. Here's your serve. Finds just a soft spot in that zone, just past the 10-foot line. Going down is Summer Lawler. She can't get it. She gets it off the ground just barely, but it's shanked out of bounds. Nothing Myrical could do with that one. And here's the next serve by Nikitria Robinson. It goes into the net. Ball will go over to Lexington, trailing 11-10. Lexington will serve, and that is Lyric Willis. with a deep approach, steps up, and it's a jump serve that looks like it catches the line, and it did. Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful serve that time by Lyric Willis. A little spinning jump serve that just caught a piece of that line. Boy, Bolivar didn't even budge. They didn't even move on that one. They were sure that ball was going out of bounds. Here's another jump serve by Lyric Willis. Just dives right at the feet of Nikitria Robinson. That is an absolutely beautiful serve. The libero's going to have to walk up and just let that drive, because that jump serve will dive at your feet. And right now they're playing a little bit too far back. See if they can still attack that middle. It's exactly what she tries to do. This serve goes longer. Libero's able to handle it. Now it's back over on Bolivar's side. Here's a beautiful set at the 2 that finds just a little bit of open space. That's all she needed. That was number 24, Shayla Edwards. But that was a fantastic set that time by Kay Brown, the setter for Bolivar. We are all tied up at 12. Back to serve for Bolivar is Allie Turner. Here's Turner with the serve. It's a long one, and it shanks right off the back row. The libero, that's Juliana Rogers, can't handle the serve, and Bolivar regains the lead once again. They lead 13-12 here in the second set. The first set went to Lexington 25-7. This story is much different this time around. Here's Turner with the serve, just a little bit long. Was close, and you could tell Rogers really didn't want to let that one drop after the last one, but it drifted just far enough, goes out of bounds. We're tied once again. Now here's Miracle, the setter, back to serve. Serves it to libero Shang. Now here's a high pass. Got to go over on the 3. Lyric Willis dives, sends it back over the net. Now here's Bolivar with a chance, setting the 2, and a beautiful kill. Boy, they've got something going right now. Kay Brown setting, and a Shayla Edwards with the kill. That's the names we were told you needed to remember for Bolivar. That gives Bolivar the 14-13 lead once again, and it is Hannah Padgett serving for Bolivar here in the second set. Padgett with the serve. Taken. Here's a perfect pass to Miracle. She sets up the 2. Dug off the back row. Back over to the Bolivar setter. She gets it back over to Shayla Edwards once again. That's been the bell cow, but this time the hit goes long, out of bounds. Bolivar hits that one just a little bit long. We're tied once again. Here is Juliana Rogers serving for Southside, tied at 14. Serve is handled now over on the third shot. That is Monet Traylor. That ball goes into the net. Lexington. Let's see, did they get that score? Okay, yeah, 15-14, Lexington with the lead. It's a hard serve. Here's a beautiful job of setting up their hitter once again in the middle. Over on 2 for Lexington. Back to the middle. Here's a beautiful shot that I thought might have been touched, but they say no, it's just long. Monet Traylor trying to catch that back corner that time. She went a little long, but Kay Brown sets up beautifully. That was at the 3 that time on the inside hitter's hand. Not a bad job whatsoever. Now here's the pass off the serve. It is shanked. And 3 straight points, make that 4 straight points. Now has Southside with their biggest lead of this set, already leading 1-0. They lead Bolivar now here in the second set, 17-14. Here's Rogers with the next serve. It's up. Now trying to go over on 2 and doing just that. But Southside says, I'll have none of it. She saw everybody creeping up, and that's when Jazzy Lawson. Did I? Okay, sorry about that. The black and red's throwing me off. All right, sorry about that. If you hear me say Southside, good grief, y'all. I certainly mean Lexington. But we are here at Southside. They're wearing red and black, and so your mind just says Southside. But this is not Southside, y'all. This is Lexington Buford. Let's take this 1-minute timeout. We'll come back to volleyball, 18-14. Lexington here with the lead in the second set. Back right after this in 1 minute.
Could you do your job better without the hassle of glasses or contacts? Maybe better eyesight could help you with your new profession or your current one. Dr. David Underwood at the LASIK Center of Jackson offers Z-LASIK eye surgery to restore sharp vision. Z-LASIK is totally bladeless, all laser technology, safe and gentle. The LASIK Center of Jackson is offering free screenings and Progressive Care credit. Here's what one Z-LASIK patient says.
Hi, I'm Haley Saran. I'm a hairstylist in Savannah. I've always wanted LASIK surgery. I was blind as a bat, so I wasn't sure if I was a candidate. When the LASIK Center ran a promotion allowing you to pay for the surgery over a 2-year period, I made an appointment to see if I was a candidate. Dr. David Underwood did my Z-LASIK surgery in October. I now see perfectly and have no problems. I've told many of my friends and customers what a great experience I have, and several have had the procedure as well.
Sharp vision, no glasses or contacts. That could be the key to success in your career. Call 668-0064 or visit LASIKofJackson.com today. Take advantage of the LASIK Center of Jackson's offer of free screenings and financing. 668-0064.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football.
Well, welcome back to the Hawks Nest. We are in the second set. And right now, Lexington scoring the point and leading 19-15, trying to get the first two sets of this match. We want to thank the folks at Great American Sports. You can find them at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard in Jackson, 422-6203. In just a second, we'll tell you about all the great things that you can find at Great American. In the meantime, here's the serve by Southside. It's a tight set for Bolivar. They get it over. Now, Miracle pushes back to the back row over on two. There's an errant pass by Bolivar. They're over on two. Here comes the libero. Perfect set to Miracle. Here's a back set on a cross-court shot that time. Boy, they really got it working. That's Summer Lawler on the beautiful back set by Kaylee Miracle. Lexington with a 20-15 lead. And as my esteemed colleague Paul pointed out to me just a second ago, if you're listening out there, you say, why does he keep saying Southside? Southside plays next. This is Lexington, I promise. Lexington and Bolivar, 20-15 here in the second set. Here's a back set by Bolivar, hit over and retrieved by the back row. And here's Miracle with a long set and Lyric Willis. That's one you just got to go over with. You got to make sure you get over. Too far off the net that time. Hits it into the bottom of the net. 20-16. Bolivar still with life here in their second set against the Lexington Lady Tigers. Now setter Kay Brown comes back to serve. Here's a back row serve. Over on two by Miracle. Now back to Miracle. Here's a straight shot right in the two. Over, but dug up by Bolivar. Now back over on two. Libero digs it up for Southside. Here's Miracle. Here's a drive by Lyric Willis off a perfect set by Miracle. Catches the right corner, goes down, and it is 21-15 Lexington with the lead. They need 4 more points to capture the second set and take a true stranglehold on this match. And remember, if you win tonight, your season is extended. Oh, boy, here's a shot. Hits one of the Bolivar players right in the face off the serve. That was Lawler, Summer Lawler with the side. We call that a six-pack in volleyball. You don't generally see it off the serve, but you got it on that one, 22-16. Here's Lawler serve, catches the net, goes over. Here's a high set by Bolivar, killed by number 5. That's a beautiful job splitting those defenders. Monet Traylor splits 2 Southside blockers right there. She went angle that time, had the line open. She goes angle and splits 2 blockers that time. 22-17. Bolivar trailing right now, trying to get on a roll here so they don't go down 2-0. Serving for Bolivar is Bailey Barnes. Barnes with the serve, and she serves it out of bounds. And Lexington is 2 points away from taking this next set. Brad Barger's team playing really, really well tonight, and their serves have been the story of the day, and this is the player who's done the most of it. Great serve here. Tell you who that is in just a second. Over on 3 by Bolivar. Now here's Miracle going over on 2 with the set. Here's the bump. Miracle once again. Here's a pass. Cross-court shot by Lyric Willis to get us to set point. By the way, that serve was Madison Joyner, and she's serving for the second set. She had 8 straight serves in the first set that were just absolutely dominant, and she's looking to sew up this set right here. So here we go. Here's Madison Joyner with the serve. Dug by Bolivar over on 2, trying to find a spot. Southside got caught cheating up just a little bit too far, and Kay Brown made them pay for it. Over the top of that back row, falls down just inside the line and saves the set, at least for now, for Bolivar. Trailing 24-18. Here's Nikitria Robinson trying to keep this second set alive for Bolivar. Here's your serve. It's shanked by Southside that time, the front row. They weren't sure. They didn't want to let that ball drop. I think that's probably going to be Summer Lawler's ball, but someone in the front row tried to get it, shanks it off her arms, goes out of bounds, and Bolivar still has a pulse here in the second set. Here's the serve. It's dug by the back row. Jump set here, and Lyric Willis digs it out, or gets the shot, but it's dug by Bolivar. Now over on 2. Dug up by Willis once again. Here's Miracles going over on 2 with the set. Here's Brown setting up once again. Dug off the back row. And number 24, as Shayla Edwards on a second effort finds a small crack in the zone there for Lexington. And once again, 3 straight points now, holding off here on set point, 24-20. Got a few more to go still. But Nikitra Robinson trying to keep it alive. Here's the serve. Miracle with the set. The 2-shot. It's a kill, and it's a set winner. Sarah Hawks. It's a shot right there from the 2 off the set from Miracle, and Lexington wins the second set 25-20. Much closer set that time. But the result is the same. Lexington up 2-0 for Bolivar to keep their season. They're going to have to win 3 straight sets against a very, very good Lexington team. Can they do it? We'll find out. We'll take this 2-minute timeout, come back, get you ready for the third set here from Southside on Jax's News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
The word is out about the cakes from Sugary's Bakery in New Albany, Mississippi. No longer do you have to pay high-cost shipping fees. They're now available at Sands Florist right here in Jackson. Sugary's Bakery is known for their classic Southern layer cakes with a depth of flavor that brings back childhood memories. Come into Sands Florist and pick up your favorite Sugary's layer cake. Rich, moist chocolate, coconut, caramel, Italian cream, rainbow, strawberry, red velvet, and even a delicious cream cheese pound cake. Sands Florist, 18 Old Hickory Cove in Jackson.
Lifeline Blood Service has a special need this week for blood type O, A, and B negative. The Lifeline Blood Services Center at 183 Sterling Farms Drive in Jackson will be open Monday and Friday 8 till 2, Tuesday and Thursday noon till 6, close on Wednesday. Call 427-4431 for Lifeline Community Blood Drive locations. All blood type donations are greatly appreciated, but if you have the blood type O, A, or B negative, your blood is especially needed this week. Let's make sure blood is available for West Tennessee patients. You can make a difference. Davis Brothers Tree Care will take care of your yard while they take care of your trees. The Davis Brothers specialize in hazardous tree removal using the most sophisticated equipment available. And they bring in protective mats and use low-impact techniques to all but eliminate turf damage to your valuable property. Davis Brothers employees are highly trained, fully insured, uniformed professionals. Davis Brothers has an ISA-certified arborist on staff, and they're members of the Tree Care Industry Association.
This is Mitchell Davis. My twin brother Brock and I specialize in low-impact, custom residential tree work. We do all types of tree work, from trimming to complete tree removals.
This is Brock Davis, the good-looking twin. At Davis Brothers Tree Care, we pledge to value your business and treat your property with respect.
Visit us at davisbrotherstreecare.com or call 345-0942. We've been taking care of West Tennessee's trees for nearly a decade, one beautiful yard at a time. And by the way, I'm the good-looking twin.
davisbrotherstreecare.com, 345-0942.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information. Who's your daddy? This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Great American Sports specializes in softball, baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and school spirit wear. Youth, high school, and college uniforms. They provide screen printing, and embroidery services. They also have a wide selection of trophies, and they will take trades on softball and baseball bats, and they have a great selection of used softball and baseball bats as well. Give them a call, 422-6203. Here's the third set, and Miracle leads it off. She gets the first point. Now back to action. Here's Miracle with the jump back set. Here's a shot cross court, dug up by the back line. Here's a set, high set that time, over and dug up on the back row by Lexington. Boy, nice job. This is the best rally of the night to this point. Here's Robinson with the back row shot that is dug up by Lexington. Here's Miracle over on 2. Boy, this rally is fantastic. Here's a straight set on the 3. Tries to catch the angle, but dug up by Lyric Willis. Now trying to go over on 2, but it's dug up off the back row. Man, the action is tight right here to start this thing off. Miracle with a high set. It's a cross-court shot that finds the ground that time. There's the ground, Monty. Jazzy Lawson puts it down with the kill on a nice jump set by Miracle on the by far longest rally of the night. But this one also goes to Lexington. They lead 2-0, and if they win this set, they are on their way. They advance. Now here's Bolivar with a roller that actually, that was Allie Turner. It hit about 3/4 Tigers on the way up the net, but it got to spin and got that roll over the top of the net and drops in front of Lexington. And Bolivar gets the first point of the third set. They trail 2-1. Now with the serve, that's Allie Turner. She serves it into the net, giving the ball back to Lexington. Hey, by the way, be in the studio tomorrow. I remember that place. I've been there before. Be back in the studio tomorrow night for the cheap seats, and we'll be talking about who knows what. Good grief, you never can tell these days. Now, back to action. Lexington leading 3-1 here in the third set. Here's Lyric Willis with an errant pass and sets over the top for an easy kill for a Shayla Edwards that time. The errant pass went straight up and was basically a set for Bolivar, and Edwards knew exactly what to do with it. She puts it down, and Bolivar with the serve now. And that will be Hannah Padgett back deep to serve for Bolivar Central. Padgett with the serve. It's a high one. Taken right there on the back row to Miracle setting up the two. And it's just an absolute bomb of a kill. Madison Joyner is just dialed in tonight. If it's not the serves, it's the kill from right there in the middle. She's doing a great job as a middle blocker, but she's also throwing some bombs down. Great job tonight by the junior Madison Joyner for Lexington. Now here's the serve for Lexington. Handled off the back row. Now pass to the middle. Over by the setter. Bolivar really needs to work on setting up their outside hitters a little bit more. Here's Lyric Willis with a drive cross court that it floats and goes too long, out of bounds. Ball will go to Bolivar. Checking out of the game for Bolivar now is Shayla Edwards. She's been by far the most successful hitter for Bolivar. Checking in Chloe Seaver into the game. Now for Lexington, that is Brooklyn Stanfield, the sophomore, with the serve. Here's a tight set. Nobody there. It was just too tough. The set was so tight, and there was no way for Joyner to get there. And a great job after just checking into the game. Chloe Seaver with a little cut dink right there off the left side, and this third set is tied up. So 15 apiece, or excuse me, 4 apiece, not 15. Here is the serve taken on the back row to Miracle, and she's setting up the two once again, and it's a hammer, but this time it goes a little bit too far. Madison Joyner, now Reese got me calling it a hammer. Joyner with the kill, but it floats on her just a little bit, and Bolivar with the 5-4 lead. Bolivar needing this set. Sarah Gibson with the serve. Here's Gibson taken by Lexington off the back row. Lyric Willis with a cross. Here's a high set, setting the two. Here's a beautifully dug up, but put back up once again over on two by the setter. Now here's Miracle with the back set. And a long shot that time by Summer Lawler. Lawler's been going cross-court exclusively. She did that in the last match. The line is there. She's left-handed, so she likes to get that cross-court angle. But this time she floats it just a little too far. And Bolivar with the 6-4 lead here in the third set. Sarah Gibson with the serve taken. Now here's a jump serve set by Miracle. And off the net. What do we got here? Okay, there was a touch. Okay, I thought it was long, and it was, but they said there was a touch at the net, so the ball will go back to Lexington. And serving for the Lady Tigers will be Summer Lawler. Lawler's had a fantastic game. She's been dialed in with her setter all night long. Here's a line serve that drifts just a little bit far on Lawler. And Bolivar, let's see, is that the right score? Okay, Bolivar 7-5 now with Kay Brown serving. Brown, the setter, gets way too much of this one, and the ball goes well out of bounds back over to Lexington. And that's bad news because that means Madison Joyner is back on the scene. And as good as she's been serving, that is not what Bolivar needs right now. The serve comes over. Going to have to go over on two. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that maybe attacking the serve, but the ball floated over to this side of the net, and Lyric Willis knew just what to do with it. We are tied up at 7 here in the third set between Lexington and Bolivar, and Madison Joyner with the serve. The junior with the serve. Nice, tight serve that dives right in front of the feet of Hannah Padgett, and it is the first lead of this set for the Lady Tigers. So here's Hannah Joyner. They have a lead now. Oh, man. Boy, it's surgical watching Hannah Joyner serve right now. Madison Joyner serve. That ball clips the top of the net and rolls over, and it is not by accident. She's been doing that all night long. She knows exactly where she means to put that ball. Here's another serve, this time by Joyner. This time, just not quite enough on it. It rolls down, does not go over, and Bolivar very, very happy to see Madison Joyner going to the bench. No longer serving and going to the bench, but Lexington does have the 9-8 lead here in the third set. Now, Bolivar with the serve, just dug up off the back row. Here's the set over to the cross-court shot. Here's Lyric Willis with the up. Now, here's a set at the 2. Driven hard, but blocked and back over by Bolivar. Here's another set. Here's Lyric Willis with a shot that is eaten up. Boy, Keaton Sis, no way to get out of the way there. She's just eat up by that cross-court shot by Lyric Willis. Ball goes out of bounds, back over to Lexington. Boy, a beautiful shot by Lyric Willis. She's starting to take over here, and she'll serve now with that jump serve that's been very hard to handle. It dives. That's how you handle a serve. Over on 2 by the setter. Now over on 2 by the setter for Lexington as well. That is Kaylee Myracle. Finds a beautiful little spot just around the 10-foot line. You got to watch Myracle because she does that a lot. That's something, you see the setter do every now and then, but if you get out of position, she'll make you pay for it. Here's Lyric Willis with another ace, a beautiful serve down the line. That diving jump serve is giving Bolivar absolute fits. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout with them. We're in the third set. Lexington leading Bolivar 12-8. We're back after this in 1 minute.
Cordially invited to the 100th anniversary celebration of Memorial Hall, the historic former residence on the grounds of the First Presbyterian Church. The First Presbyterian Choir, joined by the Jackson Choral Society, will perform an inspirational concert Sunday, October the 11th, 2 p.m. in the church sanctuary. After the concert, stay and tour the beautiful and historic treasure, Chevy Chase, now known as Memorial Hall. Join us Sunday, October the 11th, 2 p.m. for the centennial celebration of Memorial Hall.
Lifeline Blood Service has a special need this week for blood type O, A, and B negative. The Lifeline Blood Services Center at 183 Sterling Farms Drive in Jackson will be open Monday and Friday 8 till 2, Tuesday and Thursday noon till 6, close on Wednesday. Call 427-4431 for Lifeline Community Blood Drive locations. All blood type donations are greatly appreciated, but if you have the blood type O, A, or B negative, your blood is especially needed this week. Let's make sure blood is available for West Tennessee patients. You can make a difference.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information. Who's your daddy? This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Bolivar glad to see Lyric Willis no longer serving. She served that ball into the net. Bolivar gets the ball back. They serve it promptly into the net themselves. 13-9. Lexington with the lead here in the third set. And Kaylee Myracle, the junior setter for Lexington, back to serve. Here's the serve, dug up around the 10-foot line over to the setter. Now here's Edwards trying to find a spot at the 10-foot line, but Myracle comes up and digs it up. Here's a back row shot over the top. Now back over to Bolivar, over to the 2 set, and here again is Edwards. This time she hits it into the bottom of the net. That was a pretty decent serve that time, or set that time, by Kay Brown, but Edwards couldn't do anything with it that time. 14-9, Lexington with the lead. Here's Myracle with the serve. Long pass off of it. Goes into the net. 15-9, Lexington with their largest lead of this set and well on their way to a sweep unless Coach Gibson's team can rally, but they're trailing by 6 right now here, already down 2 sets. Myracle with a beautiful serve. A little cutter that time that just ate up Allie Turner. She didn't think the ball was going to go over the net, and frankly, I didn't either. She got a beautiful touch. Just great cut that time by Myracle. 16-9, Lexington with the lead. Here's Myracle with the serve. Once again, floating, but is taken right off the back row. Now here's the set to Edwards. He's just got to go over, but hits it into the net again. And Lexington is a mere 8 points away from advancing on. Boy, we got a big one for you coming up. Southside and Chester County is going to follow this one here. We'll have a 20-minute intermission before they get that one underway, but it should be a barn burner in this place. More than likely going to be a sellout. Now here's a roll from the 10-foot line by Lyric Willis that catches the tape and falls down on their own side, and Bolivar will get the ball back, trailing 17-10 here in the third set. Back to serve for Bolivar is Allie Turner. Turner's serve floats just a little bit long. Great eye that time by Gibson on the by Rogers on the back row, and she lets that ball go out of bounds. She'll serve. That is Juliana Rogers, the junior. Now she serves, coming back over, taken on the back line. Now here's a high set at the 3, driven off of 2 blockers, but it's kept alive up and back over once again. Here's another high set to the middle. That's Edwards. It's a dink. She rolls it, but it's up and elevated, and a beautiful job of a cutter onto by guess who? Madison Joyner, who at this point you got to say has she's making a strong argument for the MVP of this match so far. Her, Lyric Willis, or perhaps Kaylee Miracle. Any one of those 3, you'd be right if you mentioned any one of them. Now once again with the serve. Here's Rogers taken deep. Now Brown goes over on 2, back to Lyric Willis to her setter. Here's a set from the tight 2, a bomb by Joyner, but dug up the back row. Here's another high set, cross court shot taken off the back line. Now here's Miracle with the back set into the net. That time is Summer Lawler. Nice back set by Miracle. Lawler can't get it. She goes into the bottom of the net, and Bolivar still has a pulse. 19-11 here in the 3rd set, and they're trailing 2-0 right now. They need something to happen, and they need it to happen right now. Lyric Willis handles the pass. Here's Miracle setting up. Joyner once again. It's dug up this time. Here's another high set to Edwards. She swings, and it is blocked that time by Madison Joyner. Those 2 big, tall players meeting at the middle. Joyner wins this one. Lexington 20-11 on top of Bolivar, 5 points away from moving on. Here's a hard-driven serve that is shanked. Let's see if they can get to it. They cannot. Boy, fantastic serve that time by Jazzy Lawson. She started off this match with the first 5 points off great serving, and she's trying to end this match as well. Jazzy Lawson, just a sophomore, hits it into the net, 21-12. Lawson, that's the first time. I think that's the first time she's hit into the net tonight. She's had a great run of serves. Now serving for Bolivar is Sarah Gibson, trailing 21-12. Bolivar needs set. They got something. They need to make it happen right now. Here's Gibson with her serve. Shanked that time by Summer Lawler. Bolivar needs a few more of those right there to get back into this set. Gibson's been serving pretty deep so far to this point. Let's see if she keeps that up. By the way, you can watch this match at point5digital.com. Lawson and Paul doing yeoman's work. Here's a deep serve. Once again, we told you she's been hitting them deep. That time she hit it just a little bit too deep, 22-13. And the Lady Tigers are 3 points away from moving on. Here's Summer Lawler with the left-handed serve that hits the tape and falls down on the Lexington side. So as sharp as Lexington was early on in this match with their serves, hasn't quite been the case as this match has gone on, but they really haven't needed it to this point. So Kay Brown serving up, trailing 22-14 for Bolivar. Here's the serve. Here's a jump serve. Here's the 2. Over. It's a lightly hit ball. Now here's a set to the 2. Swung on beautifully, but a phenomenal up that time. Holy cow. By Lexington kept that ball. That ball was surely down. Now here's another drive taken off the back row. Here's Miracle with the set, trying to set up Willis. She takes a little off that ball. I thought that ball was out, but they're going to say it caught the line. Bolivar players not happy about that. I thought it was out too, ladies, but it gets just part of that paint, and Lexington is 2 points away. And guess who is serving? Good grief. I wouldn't want to see this if I was Bolivar. Madison Joyner needing 2 points. She's been dominant with her serve tonight. Let's see if she can finish it off. 23-14 Lexington with the lead. Here's the serve taken off the back row. Now Brown. It's going to be a back row hit if it's going to go over. That's exactly what happens. Now here's Miracle with the set from the 2. Driven hard and down one more time. That's Sarah Hawks. Hawks has done a great job tonight. She's got 5 kills in the match, and Lexington 1 point away from moving on. And Bolivar, unless they get on the hottest roll you've ever seen their season, is about to come to an end. Here's Joyner with the serve. It's short, but it's taken. Back row, they're going to have to just bump it over on 3. That's exactly what they do now. Here's Miracle with a cross-court set. Willis, but dug up off the back row, kept alive by Bolivar. Now Brown will have to go over. She does. Joyner tries to save it off the back row and can't. It goes out of bounds. So at least for now, Bolivar staving off elimination, trailing 24-15. Checking into the game, Keaton Sisk comes in, and Monet Traylor will have a seat. Keaton Sisk is going to have to get red hot right here. 24-15, Sisk with the serve. Taken off the back row over to Miracle. Here's a jump set to the 2. Driven hard but long. Oh boy, here we go. Sarah Hawks had a chance to end that game right there, in the match right there, but it floats just a little bit out of bounds. 24-16. We are at match point once again. That's Keaton Sisk here serving for Bolivar. She serves. It's over. Here's the pass over on 2. Beautifully dug up by Bolivar. They were ready for it. Now here's Brown back to the middle. Over on 2 once again. It's hit and falls down. Lyric Willis tried to get down and get it, but it fell just in between Willis and Lawson. So 24-17. Here's Keaton Sisk at set point with, or match point that is, over on 1. Back to the middle. Here's Brown with the set, setting a 3 that goes and is dug off the back row. Miracle goes over on 2. Bolivar now goes over on 2. Now back over on 1 by Southside. Now back over on 1 by Bolivar. Here's a cross-court set. Willis with the kill, and the kill that ends the match. Beautiful jump set that time by Kaylee Miracle, and it was Lyric Willis pounding it down to end this match. And Lexington moves on with a 3-set sweep. 25-7, 25-20, and a final set score of 25-17 to survive and advance.